Do you know how many times I do divinations with people's ancestors and they're throwing people off the ancestors' altar? This is their own bloodline. They have the right and they know which ancestors are elevated and which ones are not. If you are coming up against not feeling like you're connecting with your ancestors, or you're not feeling like you're being protected enough by your ancestors may very well need elevation. You guys have got to go through each name on that list and ask, first of all, the first question that you ask is, are any names that are on my list of these ancestors that should not be here, right? You pick them all out one by one who shouldn't be on there. You then have to ask them if this person, is it in your best interest to do an elevation service for this person? If they say yes, you have to ask if it's okay for you to do it at the Catholic Church at a Mass, or to pay for a Mass, or if you can do the 9-day ancestral elevation, which is in my highlights on my Instagram, on my page. And then you ask, once you do this service, is it then okay to add that person back to your altar? They are going to answer that question. You guys have got to remember that if something's not popping and the energy is not flowing and you are consistent and you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing, and that energy is not feeling anything, no dreams, they're not coming to you, you're not hearing them, you're not feeling them, it's like nothing, right? They need help. Right? You are the living source of energy on this plane, and you are the one that has to get, remember, the currency of the universe is energy, right? So you have to put energy into them, meaning that sometimes you have to go outside for that energy, which is the Mass at the Catholic Church, or the one-on-one ancestral elevation, which is giving you 9 straight days and straight shots of specific energy for specific people in your bloodline that needs the help, right? And then you will see the difference. Then you will see the change, because they'll be strong enough to transition from the spiritual realm into this earthly realm and back and forth. You understand? They have to have energy to do that. This is not their home anymore. They don't live here, right? They're here because you're here. So in order for the phone to work, that's why we have the water, the candle, the energy, the music, the song, the prayer, the things that we give them, all of that kind of stuff to kind of entice them and to allow them to have enough memory and energy and strength to come across here and do what they need to do for us, as well as in the spiritual realm, right? So asking about that elevation is extremely important. You guys have got to ask those questions, and don't take anything for granted, because we don't assume anything, right? You think you know, but you don't really know, so we ask. And if someone is not willing to get elevation, then they don't get a name on your altar. They don't get a photo on your altar. They get no light. They get no water. They get absolutely nothing. They're allowed to go and be where they're at, and that's nowhere near you.